G'day, this is Simon from the Bracketeer at South OC Cars and Coffee. Great morning again this morning. Great turnout of vehicles, including a car. We've already picked our car of the week. Beautiful little Dino. We'll have a look at it in just a moment. Let's swing the camera around and take a walk. So starting off, we got my Camaro, then this gorgeous little Dino. It wasn't too hard to figure out that this was going to be our car of the week when it pulled in. I waited to see what else arrived, but this thing is just beautiful. We'll come back and look at that in a moment. Tony's 488, Jay's 4GT, and then a row of Ferraris through here. Check this out. Testarossa here, and then a 458 Spider there, another 4GT. Beautiful classic original Goldwing Mercedes in there. Isn't that just a lovely car? So iconic. Another Ferrari. Not the traditional Ferrari back end, you'll notice. Look at that. Porsche. GT3. Porsche. Another one. Pete's. Beautiful car with Pete next to it. Look at that. Hey, look at that. Hey. Birthday boy early this week, and luckily we still have him alive because Pete was in a horrific accident with his Audi. So
he wrecked me.
I've seen the photos of it. I'm glad we've still got him because it was not good. A couple more Ferraris sitting there. Fisker next to a Maserati. Sorry. Another Maserati. And then another one. Great to see three of them in a row. Then a couple of, three of them in fact. Beautiful NSXs there. AMG, Nissan, and a little RX-7 Audi, Mitsubishi, and then a Subi. Now this is a cool combo. Check this out. Beautiful old Willys here, and then sitting on the back of it, just perfectly period correct. Look at that beautiful Airstream up here. Isn't that great? Just love seeing these classic vehicles coming along. Isn't that awesome? Big welcome to the guys from the GT Rally who have chosen South OC Cars and Coffee for their starting point. Great mix of cars through here. A couple of little R-Baths there. BMW, a Focus, RS2, Porsche, another one, Mitsubishi, then a BMW, and that's nice with the Viper that's there. Another BMW.
Yeah, so you want
Honda, Audi S3, Audi A6, Infiniti, and then finally at the end, this Dodge Challenger. Right, let's do some motorcycles. That is cool, KTM Adventure. That's a great looking motorcycle. What a great way to see a country on something like that. Vespa, that beautiful little Honda that we've seen here before. Honda Nighthawk, classic Harley Davidson chopper there. This is interesting, California. What a massive motorcycle, big motor guzzy. Yamaha, a couple of them there. BMW, another BMW, old Honda chopper, that's kind of cool. Another Harley, Kawasaki, Vespa, little tiny Honda there. Some Harley Davidsons through here, row of them. And then coming down here, look at the forks on this thing. Crazy chopper there, very cool. And then our last two down here. Great looking old Chevy 2 there, little Porsche, isn't that nice? And big crowd around this Hyundai over here. Some serious plumbing under there. Optima battery, kind of cool. Viper, BMW, a few vents under the hood there. Old Ferrari, Volkswagen bus, a couple more Volkswagens. This is cute, isn't it? Classic little Volkswagen. We're so used to seeing Beetles. It's great seeing something a little bit different for a change. Another Volkswagen bus and another one. 56 Chevy. Then Porsche, El Camino, great looking Corvette there. Then one of these regulars, our regulars, LT4 powered 69 Camaro. A couple of Porsche in a row. This one, in case you haven't seen it before, we'll have a look in the back. Yep, that's right. That's an LS transplant in the back of that Porsche. Kind of cool. Well, no, it's actually not a Volkswagen anymore because it's actually got a Chevy motor in it. Everyone knows I pay out Porsche for being the cousin of Volkswagen. I only say it because it's true. Bentley, look at that. Yellow and grey. Cobra. A Mustang with...
Oh, yes, sir.
Look at these doors.
You said exotics only, sir?
Yeah, I did, you know, but remember, anything that looks pretty like that, you could be spending on stuff that makes it go faster. Just always remember that. All right?
Pretty fast.
He's got a bed look.
I think your idea of fast and mine may be different. Mustang. Good on you, mate. Corvette. Mustang. Another Mustang. El Camino. Really nice looking 1970 Corvette there, C3. This is gold. There's a lot of gold on this. It's a lot of gold. It kind of reminds me of like a pancake and a pipe, a bomb and a blitz. That's a gold member. Roberts, Whipple charged Mustang, beautiful 57 Chevy, and then another Mustang down here. Let's jump across the other side. A BMW i8, Jaguar, AMG, beautiful Cobra replica there. Mercedes, this is kind of cool. Look at this beautiful old Dodge truck. Just great looking thing, so original. Love seeing things like this. It's always been great to know the history of this, whether it started off on a farm somewhere or for a business. Just really good to see. Next to an old Ford truck, one of our regulars, F1, same thing. No worries at all, thank you. Oh, and look at this next to this. Beautiful old 32, running a flathead. Love the fact they got a flathead in this thing. Really nice, look at that. Cool interior, wooden frame back window. Oh, that's great, love it, that flathead. Very cool. Next to it, Fiat 124. Really nice old Ford truck here. Look at that, the orange wheels matching the orange on the valve cover. And that's kind of interesting. That, to me, it looks like a small block Chev in there. So, wow. Another Ford truck, and then this beautiful 65 Riviera, one of our regulars. I keep telling him he's got to change his wheel to include me in that. 392 in this Charger, and then this really, really nice twin-turboed Camaro. Isn't that great? Running in an LS. There's a couple of snails under there. RX-7, Porsche 928S, fuel-injected Corvette, and might I add, when you're looking in a rear-view mirror of a Corvette, that is what you want to see. Look at that split window. Love it. Absolutely love it. Next to it, Richard's really nice 68 Camaro here. Look at that, really nice under the hood. It's got that houndstooth interior. It's my favourite. Beautiful old Mercedes there, and then this kind of cool looking channeled hot rod here, which looks good. John's Grand Wagoneer, and then Jeep, Porsche, Volkswagen bus. This is kind of cool. Look at the Tiki bus here. Check that out.
What you're talking about.
All cut down. Isn't that interesting? Very interesting. So it looks like it's actually from Hawaii. Would have been if we hadn't picked that beautiful little Ferrari, Dino. That would have been car of the week, I reckon. Volkswagen. Moving through here. Nissan, Corvette, Supra, a couple of them in a row. Very capable cars. Porsche, El Camino, and then finally up here 67 Camaro 327. Nice. Mustang, GMC truck, Baja truck. Oh, check this thing out. Continental, got all the bells and whistles, everything opened up on this thing. Once again, this would have been a great contender for car of the week. Look at the air ride down in there. My goodness, so much work on this thing. So much work. What a beautiful car. Got those suicide doors happening over there. That classic dash. Wow. And then under the hood, LS transplant. Very nice. Very nicely done. Very cool. Beetle. Beautiful looking El Camino here. Check this out. Look under the hood there. 59. Of course, the thing I love about 59s, you know, your 57's got the big wings, but 59 is a classic year for both Chevy El Caminos and the Impalas, and it's those famous teardrop tail lights. Look at that beautiful work on the side of this thing, and that sort of bubble top on it. Oh, such a classic vehicle. Love it. Right, moving right along. Volkswagen bus. Another really cool Bel Air. This is kind of cool four-door. Good morning. Great looking interior again. Look at that. A houndstooth interior in red and white. Great. Next to a Ford Custom, Fiat 124, and then a previous car of the week had Chevy 3100 van. Very nice. Check out our website for more details. Chevy 2, 69 Camaro, El Camino, Mustang, AMX. Don't see a lot of those around. That's good to see. 427 that Corvette, Cobra replica, and then some Mustangs through here. Audi TT, Mustang. Looks like Christine sitting there, big Plymouth. Great look at the old motorcycle there, look at that. Isn't that awesome? Very cool. Jaguar.
The last grandkid.
And then a Falcon Mustang. Cobra replica. And our regulars. Good morning, gentlemen. Morning. Chevelle. And then look at them all through here. All these great cars. These old Fords. That's a healthy sounding Camaro going past. We'll check it out. Old Chevy 2 Survivor. Nice looking GTO there. Here's what's making all the noise. Check that out. Very tough sounding 69. Willwood brakes on that. That's very tough.
Thank you.
Lotus, Jaguar, two of them there. Z06 C7 Corvette, beautiful 55 Chevy sitting there. Some more Corvettes through here. A few different generations. Up to a C6 here. Mustang, that belongs to Jeb. Best paintless dent removal guy you'll find. C7, couple of them. Z06 that one. El Camino, beautiful Impala, really nice 65. Mustang, classic old Volvo over there. Mustang again, Mini, Mustang, and then coming up here, small block on this Malibu. Great old classic Mercedes there. Cool looking 32 Deuce Coupe, really nice. Mustang, and then a Chevelle. Tough looking 65 Riv, really nice looking Chevy there, just pulling out. Beautiful M3, another older M3 here. We got more of these scissor doors on another one of these Mustangs here. Interesting. Previous car of the week winner, blown big block in this Corvette. Lovely guy just hanging out through the hood. Old school car. Been in the family apparently for a while. Or he bought it from who'd been in the family for a while. Just great car. Very worthy previous winner. Very old school look. Look at that imposing bud catcher. And that great big belt that's running on that thing with BDS blower. Very cool. A couple of twin Hollies on that. Another big Continental sitting there. This is interesting. Not something you see every day. Big old Oldsmobile. Always good to see something a bit different actually for sale. 15 grand. That seems like a pretty cheap way to get into some classic muscle. Then a couple of little 914 Porsches. Rolling along, Porsche RX-7, running a very plumbed and kind of cool rotary in that thing. Look at the turbo down underneath there. Very nice. GT350. Chevy truck. One of the regulars. Another Chevy truck there. How you going, guys? Another Chevy truck there. Great looking Ford F-150 Ranger. This thing pulled in, it looks like it means serious business. Cool looking step side tray with a motley paint job. Love it. Next to it, great looking old Mercedes convertible. Isn't this classic? Once again, this is the sort of thing, car of the week. And next to it, another one that at some point we're going to grab this as a car of the week. Isn't this beautiful, this 55 Vet running that fuel injection system in there. Oh, so nice. Those red wheels, beautiful car. Targa, couple of newer Porsche there. Studebaker, great seeing those. Subaru, and then a BMW, then a Porsche, then Nissan, Honda, Z01, Gen 6 Camaro, next to a Z06 Corvette running the same engine, that LT4 with that supercharger on it. Challenger Hellcat, and then a very colourful Challenger. Look at the engine cover on that thing. Corvette, low mileage for sale. Chevy 2, look what we got under here. Decent Edelbrock manifold on there. Looks like a Victor Jr. with that lift on that thing. Very cool. Corvette, another classic old Corvette here. Look at this thing. Look at that. Classic. Hugger orange bottle or similar. Big old Overland or Land Rover Discovery. Jaguar, Mustang. Cool looking hot rod there. Ford hot rod.
39 Ford Deluxe.
39 Ford Deluxe, very nice, thanks for bringing it. Cadillac, Challenger, Thunderbird, 55 Chevy, and then this Chevy truck down here, very cool. Porsche, Firebird, looks like a pretty big block with Edelbrock alloy heads in it. This is kind of cool, isn't it? Okay, so this is kind of amazing. Look at that under there, look at those superchargers. I've never seen anything like it. Look at the mechanical drive that comes off the front of the, driven off the pulley for the harmonic balancer, and it comes along this shaft you can see along here, and then this gearbox turns it almost like a diff into a vertical drive, and then the impeller is running inside of this with that intake. And then over here you've got your carburetors, and that's obviously what's restricting the amount of airflow that you're getting into that engine, but it's a flathead. This is really, really, really intricate and cool. So, who owns this thing? This is very cool. I've got a car of the week already, but why don't you come over here and tell us a bit about this? This is amazing.
Start the engine.
So, tell us about this engine. Where did that come from?
It's a stock Hudson.
So that's what they were running in this thing, but the work that you've done to that to bring it back to that is pretty amazing.
2 superchargers.
And that was what they came with? No, I was going to say. Yeah, that's what I was saying. It's not stock. That's incredible. Graham Superchargers, I've never seen such a thing. This is great. Did you do all of this work yourself? And how long ago did you do this?
Year and a half.
Wow. That's incredible. And have you ever figured out how much horsepower it's running? Good
Yes.
Yes. What do you reckon?
200 plus.
200 plus. Yeah.
It's 4 pounds of boost.
4 pounds of boost. That's awesome. What a great looking car. What a credit to you. Really nicely done.
With the turbochargers. I haven't started.
Wow, that's great. Well, thank you for bringing it out. Well, that's really, really great car. Let's keep an eye out for this in the future as a potential car of the week. Wonderful car. Another Firebird there. Moving right along to a fastback Mustang Corvette. This cool looking truck that we've had here before, this Ford truck, really nicely done. A Acura Integra C7 Grand Sport, Mustang, Challenger, a Cadillac, BMW, great little Lotus, C06, a Hyundai, a couple of Nissans there. Great little car for the day. Little Corolla, and then a Subaru, and then a very classic looking Jeep. Good to see Jeeps have actually brought back that sort of pickup look. Saw one the other day, they look good. And then up here a little Fiat 500. Corvette, not sure if the video will pick this up, but this has had a wrap done to it with this sort of fade from this colour at the back to the sort of maroony colour at the back to the front. Interesting. Classic old Ford truck, nicely done. Tacoma. Then we've got a couple of Gen 6 Camaros, Charger, neat looking brand new Tundra there. Couple of Holden Commodores, as I would call them, side by side. The Pontiac G8, built in Adelaide, Australia. A plant called Elizabeth, which sadly closed down a few years ago, or a couple of years ago, but just a great car for their money. In Australia it was sold as a VE Commodore, and sold anything from a base bare bones taxi model all the way up to a luxury version, which is actually the long wheelbase version used here as police cars. But you could get a ute like an El Camino, you get a station wagon, you get various 6 cylinders, a 3.2 litre, 3.6 litre, both fuel injected. And then they came with a 6 litre L98 engine in the SSs, if you bought the manual that is. And then if you bought a HSV, you could get it with a LS2 originally. And then I think they went to an LS3. So good to see, very good to see. A Subi, a couple of them. Focus ST, Lexus. Another couple of Subis through here, rolling through here. Good to see. Love seeing these clubs coming out. Always good to see. A little Honda, Mercedes, another Honda Type Civic Type R, quick little car, WRX, Mustang, BMW. One of our regulars, this classic Ford Courier van. Love seeing all those old survivors like that. Subaru, BMW, little old M3, nice to see. Mercedes, old Mercedes as well. C7 Corvette, Challenger, Nissan, and then a little BMW Z4, I think that is the little M Coupe, which is kind of cool. This is nice, isn't it? Little Jeep sitting here, Tuxedo Park, and then next to it, this is really interesting too. This is like let's see what it says, a Steyr Puch, which I'm guessing this thing is German. Given the look of it and the sound of it when it came in, it actually sounded almost like a Volkswagen with an air-cooled motor, but obviously one of the European armies used that at one stage. Bronco, new motor and that, really nice looking Charger. Another nice Bronco, lots of nice plumbing on this thing. Jumping through here, Boss
like a different
Mustang, very cool. Lovely little MGA, Porsche, a Corvette, new Mini, another Corvette, another Corvette, and then a Mustang down here. I'm a fan of this colour. This is running a supercharger as well. another Corvette, and then a Nissan here. Really nicely done Gen 6 Camaro. So look at the nitrous plate on the top of this thing. So I'm gathering this is actually started its life as a ZL1 with that LT4 engine, and then they've added nitrous to the top of it as well. That has to be a crazy quick car if that is the case. Next to it, a Hellcat, and then another Gen 6 Camaro here. Massive brakes on the front of this thing, huge, really, really big, and then supercharger running on top of that as well. A Charger, then a Gen 5 Camaro, and another Gen 5 ZL1, Gen 6, healthy Corvette officers, Challenger, Charger, another Gen 6, two of them actually in a row. Okay, some BMWs through here. A Subi, Nissan, another Subaru through here. Audi running that V10 engine, it's kind of cool. Infiniti, BMW, Golf, AMG, Audi TT, GTO, another Holden built car in Australia. Subaru BRZ, little Mazda Speed, or Miata, should I say, or MX-5. Another little Mazda there. Mitsubishi, a Gen 6 Camaro, a Subaru, Audi, then a Mustang, another Mustang there. Subaru, several of them in a row. A Infiniti or Nissan there. Lexus, Ford Focus. Then a couple of gorgeous little Lotus. Look at those two. Unbelievable. Beautiful cars. Great track cars. Porsche, Mercedes, Tacoma. This is this tough sounding Camaro that pulled in 427 badges on the side of it, running that big block in there, which is really cool to see. Old school, love seeing that. There's a lot of guys doing transplants these days, running LS engines, and there's something for me about running an old school big block in a car. I still love that. Lexus, BMW, a Nissan, this chopper that we saw before, another Nissan there. Lexus R8, Miata, a Mitsubishi, a couple of them in a row. There's a lot of work done to that one. Another little Miata there, another Evo there, very cool. Mercedes, BMW, Mercedes, Porsche, BMW, another BMW, great looking 280Z there, that's very cool. Infiniti, Mustang S2000, couple of older BMWs there. M5, Rubicon, an old 80 series I think it is, Land Cruiser, nice to see. Well loved little Honda sitting there, look at that. And then the last few cars along this row at least, Gen 6 Camaro, Corvette, and then finally a Porsche down here. So that's it for another week at South OC Cars and Coffee. What an awesome turnout again. Great mix of everything you could think of. So many cars that I could have had as car of the week this week. Speaking of which, I've got to go over there and do that Dino in just a moment. Big thank you to the Outlets of San Clemente for allowing us to be here. Don't forget, they have their Cinco de Mayo celebrations happening today. So get into the outlets. There's some drink specials and all sorts of other stuff going on. So go and check that out. Thank you, of course, to Ruby's for bringing out the coffee and the donuts, to Rockwell's for putting up their food truck, and the biggest thank you, of course, to everybody who brought out their amazing cars, motorcycles, everything else, and to all the spectators as well. I'm actually going to be overseas for the next couple of weeks, so James will be here running the ship and making sure everything happens well. So have a great couple of weeks. I'll see you back here in 3 weeks for another South OC Cars and Coffee.